Hey guys, Unqualified Gamer here, and I want to talk about the PlayStation Classic. I haven't had a chance to talk about this system that Sony's coming out with on December 3rd, but I feel that today will be the perfect day to do it because I have nothing better to do with my life. Woo! So, without further ado, let's get this show on the road. So, PlayStation Classic. How do I feel about the PlayStation Classic? And to be honest, I'm a little conflicted. I really am. On one hand, I'm like, I really want this system to do really well, and I really do, because if the PlayStation Classic does really well, we get to have the chance to do the PlayStation 2 Classic, which that's what I'm really looking forward to. I really would like to see a PlayStation 2 Classic, but to be completely honest, I feel that the PlayStation Classic or the PS1 Classic is not selling for me. It's not something that I want to rush out to the store and wait in line like I did for Nintendo, or like even if I want to do it for Sega, like if when they come out with their system. It's like, I don't know, how can I put this? I don't want to bash the PlayStation, because I feel that the PlayStation is a very great, it's a great system. And to be honest, I like PlayStation better than 64. I liked it way better than 64. And to be completely honest, I honestly think the PlayStation games, or the PlayStation Classic, I feel it'll be better than the 64 Classic. But I'll give you that story on another video. But right now, let's just talk about my confusion, I just like my undecisiveness for the PlayStation Classic. And the thing about it, I really like the idea of the system. It's just, I feel that PlayStation 1 titles are really accessible, and I just feel no need to actually go out and buy those games. I mean, so far they showcased 5 games that's going to be on the system. So 5 of the 20 games is going to be on the system, and that is Final Fantasy 7, Ridge Racer, Tekken 3, Jumping Flash, and Wild Arms. Now, for their release video, I kind of wish they would have showed us all 20, so we get an understanding on how many games, or you get an understanding on what games are going to be on the console. But just based off of those 5 games, I'm not really that excited. And I'm gonna tell you the reason why. It's not the games themselves that I'm not excited about. It's the accessibility. It feel that I've already have a way to play those games without buying the system. So, like I said, my first way of, like I said, for example, Final Fantasy 7, and that's a major issue right there, because with Final Fantasy 7, I have a PlayStation 3. I can play Final Fantasy 7 on my PlayStation 3. With the PlayStation Store, it was $5, or was it $6? I think it was $5. So $5 on the PlayStation Store. You download it on the PS3. I'm able to play the full game on my PS3. I also have a Vita and a PSP, so I'm able to transfer that game over to my Vita and PSP, and I can get to play Final Fantasy 7 on the go. Not to mention that you can still play Final Fantasy 7 right now on your phone. Yes, you can play Final Fantasy 7 on your phone, and we're not talking about emulators here. You could literally buy the game on your phone through the Google App Store, or either the Apple or the Apple Store. Not sure how good that version is though, but you are able to buy that game. On top of that, Square Enix just announced, or they announced maybe like a few weeks ago, 2 or 3 weeks ago, that they're going to come out with a re-release. Not like we're not talking about the remake here. We're just talking about the re-release of the original Final Fantasy 7 for the PlayStation 4 and the Switch. So you'll have Final Fantasy 7, Final Fantasy 9, 10, and 10-2. And that's going to be on the Switch. And it's going to be on the PS4. So right then and there, you already have Final Fantasy 7 on your actual PS4 that you already have. You can play Final Fantasy 7 on your phone. You can play Final Fantasy 7 on your PlayStation 3, or your PlayStation Vita, or your PSP. So that game alone is already accessible widespread. Not to mention that with the PS3, if you already have a PS3, I feel that this purchase for the PlayStation Classic is not worth it. It really isn't. The system itself, it's going to cost $100. So basically, it's $100 for 20 games plus the original controllers, which is fine. You get the original controllers. But if I'm able to play the same game on my PS3 with the PS3 controller, which is basically an upgraded version of a DualShock controller from the PlayStation. So it's just like you still have this, it's still basically the same feeling as a PlayStation controller, except the triggers on the back. That's probably the only difference. So it's just like, I really don't understand. If you already have a PlayStation 3 or PSP or Vita, I really don't understand why it will, that you'll want to buy this system. But at the same time, I really want this to be done because this system, it could lead Sony into making a PlayStation 2 classic, which is something that we really want, that I will really want, to be honest. I can't speak for you guys, but I can speak for myself. I really want a PlayStation 2 classic. PlayStation 2 is not as accessible. Have you ever hooked up your PlayStation 2 on an HD television? The shit looks horrible. It looks horrible. And I would love to have that HD. I want to have those graphic HD so it could be playable on an HD television. I want to be able to play PlayStation 2 titles that I can't really get my hands on. There's no, like I said, the Sony, like the PlayStation 3 store, they do have PlayStation 2 titles, but it's not a lot of them. It's very minimal. Very, very minimal selection. And if you got PlayStation now, I think a few games on there is like PlayStation 2. But overall, you want to play some really good PlayStation 2 titles. You want to play some classic RPGs. You want to play that Dragon Quest 8. You want to go ahead and play Metal Gear Solid 2. You want to play Metal Gear Solid 3. You want to go ahead and play what are the games on the PlayStation 2 that is like really that is really good. You want to play Silent Hill 2, Silent Hill 3. You want to play games of that nature, and you want to play a lot of PlayStation 2 titles that people are at an uproar for, that wanted to play but can't play because it's not accessible. You can only play it on a PlayStation 2, and if you own a PlayStation 2, it's not going to look. If you own, not a wide variety of people owns PlayStation 2 this day and age. I own one, but I don't really hook it up that much. It's all about accessibility, in my opinion. And this is the reason why I feel that the PlayStation or Sony kind of shot themselves in the foot with the whole PlayStation thing, because it's too accessible. Even now, it's way too accessible. If you don't have a PlayStation 3 or a Vita or a PSP, you can go out and buy a PlayStation TV, the little device that came out, I think maybe 5 or 6 years ago, which is basically a PS Vita that you can plug into your HD television, and you're able to use your PS3 controller to play the games on there. And guess what? Since it's basically a Vita that you can hook up to your television, you can play PlayStation 1 titles on there because the PlayStation Store has PS1 titles. The only way I could see that the PlayStation Classic could be can be worthwhile for me if Sony decides to not have any of those PlayStation titles as of right now able to be playing on the PS3 or the Vita or the PSP. That's just for me though. But that's why I'm really conflicted about this, because I really want it to do well, because I would like to see a PlayStation 2 classic, but I just don't feel the worth of it. I really don't. But let me know what you guys think. Let me know in the comments below. Do you think the PlayStation Classic is a good sell and something that all gamers should buy as PlayStation owners? Or is it something that you just want to pass up and just say, you know what? I'll just wait for them to do a PlayStation 2 Classic. Let me know in the comments below. Thank you for watching this video. This is Unqualified Gamer signing off. Peace out.